Hey dumplings, it's David Desai. Welcome back to my channel. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about today and a lot of opinions and thoughts. I know there's some haters out there who would prefer I keep my opinions and thoughts to myself, but I am here and I am here to give my opinions and thoughts. You gonna have to deal. Today we're talking about a reason why Jungkook may be avoiding women. I think it goes beyond him just being scared of women. And I also want to get into the theory that BTS is not doing K-pop anymore. So let's discuss, let's dish about this. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's get into it. Jungkook is someone who is kind and unbelievably handsome. He is hot. And at the very least, if he is not your type of dude, I think you can still agree that he is very cute. He looks like a bunny. However, there have been a lot of people that agree, as he was named one of the most handsome and sexiest men in Korea. And I think it might just be more than just Korea having a say in that. He has a very soft features, which tends to be generally something that makes someone attractive. Jungkook is definitely someone who would fit kind of a worldwide standard of beauty. Don't worry, Jin, you too, but today we're talking about Jungkook. But Jin also has some of those similar features which make him worldwide handsome. But Jungkook being the sexiest man in Korea, in no way makes him someone who is not shy apparently. Because if I was named sexiest man in Korea, you best believe I would not be shy at all. Even self-proclaimed international playboy, he still hides from women. There was this time he was filming a shoot with this woman who was in a bathing suit at certain points, and Jungkook was shy and just could not make eye contact and just could not be around this. He constantly kept asking for water from the staff. He was just in a position that I personally know too well because I am constantly still that shy boy. Now you're probably thinking, oh well, Jungkook was a lot younger back then. While this is true, he was 18-ish around that time, and things have probably changed, right? Wrong. Jungkook gets the most flack for even just looking at a woman, just for existing around women. If he even looks at a woman during an award show, or apparently when he doesn't look at specific women during an award show, then he's trying so hard to make it not obvious. All of these rumors just revolve around him dating these women. And of course, he is aware of these type of scandals that he has received from being around women, or even just from hugging a girl, looking at a girl, just like take his eyeballs out. That'll fix the problem. There was previously CCTV footage of Jungkook that was leaked not too long ago of him hugging kind of a tattoo artist. And that tattoo artist got so much hate and attention to their Instagram account, and of course to the business, that they had to end up firing the manager. I don't know if the manager was the one who leaked the footage or what was the story behind that. There was also a moment at an award show where IU kind of was at the award show and Jungkook ran the other way. Now a lot of people interpret this as him being shy and just not being able to talk to women. Another reason that is a theory could be the fact that he had publicly claimed that he liked IU. So if he was even seen around IU, it would be very obvious to everyone that he was dating this person. It would then spark this huge dating rumor, which of course wouldn't be fair to IU. Now this is just my theory, but I don't believe Jungkook is necessarily scared of women necessarily, because I think he is a little bit, but I think it's also a little bit of something else. A lot of cute armies kind of go up to Jungkook too, and he acts totally fine. Jungkook also flirts and sometimes acts a little bit rude on stage. This to me doesn't show someone who is shy around women. There's plenty of women in the audience when Jungkook is thrusting his hips on stage. It seems like he is more so scared of a potential dating scandal. Being the maknae of the group, he is more likely to be ridiculed and to be bashed publicly for some reason. I don't know why this is true. Anything Jungkook does really becomes kind of this like public news. Even like the smallest of things. Tiny thing. Dating scandal is of course something Jungkook would really like to avoid. Imagine if everyone was saying that he was dating IU, and then IU was suddenly getting all these death threats. How do you think Jungkook would feel if those death threats were because of him? I don't think he would like that at all and would potentially just avoid the dating altogether. My opinion is if BTS or any of the boys want to date, they have to just like disappear for 3 years. Get married, have kids, do all of that, and then come back into the spotlight if they want to. There's almost no option for them to date publicly. There is a little bit of a conspiracy theory kind of going around that Jungkook isn't scared of girls at all and just scared of the scandals itself. I think it could be a little bit of both, but the theory is that Jungkook acts shy around women so that when the haters see this, they can't really say he is dating women, because every argument can be countered by the fact, how is he dating this woman if he's scared of girls? I think he is scared of being around girls because of the scandal, but I think he's also a little bit scared around women in general just because most men are, including myself. One person I found on the tweets that wrote this: I'd be really surprised to see Jungkook involved in a dating scandal involving a girl. He is way too scared of them. I mean, they're terrifying. With their hair and their makeup and their hair. Oh, the hair. I'm kidding. I hope the theory or conspiracy or whatever it is of course not true, and I hope he one day does find someone that he can love and spend his life with. Whoever it is, I hope he has the courage to do so. And they both have the courage to be able to be together and be together publicly if that's what they want. They shouldn't have to be afraid of death threats. Maybe they will just get off social media. I feel like K-pop or the Korean entertainment industry should be past this by now. Like, if there's any threats coming through to these K-pop idols, it should just be like 5 people sending threats. It shouldn't be like thousands. How many K-pop idols at this point in time have gotten married, have kids already? I would say a ton of them. And a lot of the members, like OG K-pop groups, like Big Bang or whatever, they're much older now. They're in their 30s. They're gonna get married. They're gonna have kids. Like, the threats are dumb. Like, if you were going to go and date them, like in your mind, you're like, oh, I'm dating this person. Well, you missed your shot. Why didn't you shoot your shot earlier? You waited too long. Now they're married. That's on you. No, but joking aside, don't go and stalk your K-pop idol just to ask them on a date, because they will say no. It is not okay to do that. You do that at fan meets. You do that when you send them a DM. These are tough moments, obviously, for Jungkook, and of course BTS members in general. Something newly that came up that kind of piqued my interest. My interest was piqued. Apparently, according to Forbes, which by the way is such a weird thing to see BTS on Forbes, good weird, but they confirmed that BTS will be dropping a new album, obviously, but that their new single is going to be in English. This is in August, so mark your calendars. It's obviously not going to be the whole album, I don't think, but it's just going to be one song. Interestingly enough, they have chosen this single as the single. They're gonna have an English single, which I have to say I'm a little surprised about. A little while ago, I believe this was during an interview. Now, I can't remember where originally they said this, which particular interview it was, but this was covered by a lot of magazines, so this was spread kind of all over the place. I think it was Zach Sang's show, I don't remember. But they asked BTS, or I guess just RM, because he was the one who answered it, if they would ever come up with kind of an English-American song, or do songs in English. And I remember RM saying something of the lines of the fact that they wouldn't do something like that because it wouldn't be true to themselves, and it wouldn't really be K-pop if they did that. So I want to talk about that. Let me read exactly what they said, because this was reinstated by Time magazine. RM said, "We don't want to change our identity or our genuineness to get to #1. Like, if we sing suddenly in full English and change all these other things, then that's not BTS. We'll do everything, we'll try, but if we couldn't get a #1 or #5, that's okay." Now, I don't believe that BTS is giving up anything by doing an English song. I think they're trying new things, and they're trying to do something different and innovative. Now, does this mean that this isn't K-pop and they're not doing K-pop anymore, according to RM? I don't necessarily think so, because their album is apparently going to mostly be in Korean. I think this is just the one song that they have that's in English. So they're of course still staying true to themselves, and most of them will be in Korean. It's just this one single wouldn't be. Now, RM did mention that they're going to try different things, and they're going to try and see what works and experiment and all that stuff. And I think every artist or every person that makes things and puts them out should be experimenting and trying out things that work. And personally, I am so glad that they're willing to do this. It's not easy being in America coming from Korea, seeing that their success oftentimes is a lot higher and a lot more sales than a lot of American artists, yet they never get the awards or they never get the radio play that a lot of American artists get. I mean, they literally rarely get played on the radio, even though their songs are #1 on the charts constantly. It might have something to do with the fact that there's no English in the songs. I never really hear a BTS song that doesn't have a feature on it on the radio. Now, BTS doesn't really get American radio, if you're not aware, unless it's with a feature on there. So Boy With Love was played very much, and I think mainly it was due to the reason that Halsey was on it. They don't play the original Boy With Love without Halsey on it, which is not okay. So maybe BTS felt like their hands were tied and they needed to put out something in English. I'm personally really happy that they're doing this. I think it opens up so many more opportunities for them, and I think their label Big Hit knows that. It's a little sad to me because I feel like they don't want to necessarily do English songs, or maybe they do. I feel a little happy because I do feel like they want to try American songs. I mean, Jungkook just released a cover, 10,000 Hours, so he clearly likes American music. Either way, whatever they do, I really hope that they decide to be true to themselves. They don't do anything that is not them. And I'm very curious if this particular song will have a K-pop feel to it, or will it actually feel completely more Western. I definitely wanted to hear what other people have to say about this, whether they're excited about it or not. One person on the Tweetster, they wrote this: "The single is in English. The guide was in English, and we thought that the lyrics were great in English. The situation hasn't been great, so we thought it would bring comfort to you. When we first heard it, the feeling and the melody was so nice. So it seems like most people are very, very excited. I assume the general consensus is that this is going to be a hit. I can't believe it's a full month away when it needs to come out tomorrow. I hope it's very poppy and melodic. It sounds like it's going to be. I wonder how long it took them to kind of learn the words and sing it. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section and down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for your comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon and kind of check that out, anything you contribute over there really does help kind of give back to this channel, really help me kind of keep going. So I really do appreciate you going ahead and checking that out. You can get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that jazz and whatnot. Also, if you just want to support here on the channel, then please, you can continue doing that. All you have to do is just make sure you watch all my videos to the end. And of course, that helps very, very much. And with that said, there's also 2 videos that will appear on the screen at the end of the video. So click on one of those. See you over there. Bye.